Dunguib win and win well today. He said, "Oh, I don't want to see him win." And none of the other jockeys in the race will want to see him win. They'll want to get him beat if they can. They will try and take him on. They will try and put him under pressure, put his hurdling under pressure. And in a way, as neutrals, that's what we also want to see here. What will happen to Dunguib when he's racing against faster, more accomplished rivals and having to hurdle at speed? We're about to find out, we hope. Here they go.
Carrigain King sets off to show the way to Puyol in second. Break of a few lengths then to Fantoche, who's third. They're being followed towards the outside by Dante Hall. Just behind them is Hampshire, as they round the turn now to face up towards the first. And Carrigain King showing a few lengths clear of Puyol in second. Fantoche on the inside of Dante Hall and then Hampshire. Dunguib is next towards the inside as they begin now to jump this flight, taking the one up in front of the stands. And Carrigain King leads Puyol. Break of a few lengths to Dante Hall. And they're being followed by Hampshire on the inside. Fantoche is next with Freeney's Well on the outside of Dunguib, and in between horses is Schindler's Society as they race in front of the stands and on towards the second flight with Carrigain King. Hampshire improving on the inside. Puyol is next. Dunguib up between horses. They're being followed by Dante Hall, Fantoche as they clear that flight and make their way on now to the turn to take them away from the stands and head for flight number 3. Carrigain King from Puyol, Hampshire and Dunguib. The leading quartet are followed then by Dante Hall. Fantoche is next with towards the outside Freeney's Well. And then followed by Schindler's Society, and towards the inside is Arctic Blue. Take Me There is next. Racing on now to make the descent and bring them down towards the next flight with Carrigain King, Hampshire on the inside, Puyol on the outer. 3 are closely followed by Dunguib. Fantoche is next with Dante Hall, and then there's a break to Arctic Blue, and then comes Schindler's Society. As they approach this flight now, Carrigain King with Hampshire, Dunguib up between horses, Puyol is 4th, Fantoche is 5 and Dante Hall 6. A break then to Arctic Blue as they turn now to make their way down the back straight. And up for the lead now, Dunguib has moved through to pick it up from Carrigain King. Hampshire is 3rd and 4th is Puyol. Then there's a break of 4 lengths to Fantoche. Dante Hall is next, and they're some way clear of Freeney's Well, Schindler's Society, Arctic Blue, Take Me There. And they're being followed by the Ranger's Daughter. On they go now towards the flight right across from the stands. And Dunguib and Brian O'Connell have come through now to pick up the running, leading by a couple of lengths to Puyol in the centre. On the outside, Carrigain King. Hampshire and Fantoche are followed by Dante Hall as they continue on now to the next flight on the far side. Dunguib in the lead, being followed in second place by Puyol. Then in third is Carrigain King. Hampshire and Fantoche come next, and they're being followed by Dante Hall. Making the run across now towards the final half mile, with Dunguib being tracked by Puyol a couple of lengths back. Then Fantoche improving into third. Dante Hall making good ground on the outside. And these are being followed by Carrigain King, and on the inside Hampshire. Coming on now to the next, Dunguib from Puyol. Dante Hall making ground on the outside into third. And they're being followed by Fantoche as they race now towards the second last. Dunguib from Puyol, Dante Hall in third, and in 4th place is Fantoche as they jump this flight. And Puyol a mistake there in second as Dunguib leads. Puyol second, Dante Hall third, 4th is Fantoche, and then Carrigain King. Running the home turn, and Dunguib, Brian O'Connell, travelling very strongly in front of Puyol and Mark Walsh, who are a few lengths in front of Dante Hall in third as they make the run now towards the last. Dunguib the leader from Puyol. Dante Hall just behind them in third, and then comes Fantoche as they come down towards the last. Dunguib the leader from Puyol and Dante Hall as they jump the last. Dunguib the leader from Puyol, Dante Hall in third, and on the run up towards the finish, it's Dunguib who's the leader out in front of Puyol and Dante Hall, and racing up towards the finish. Another fine performance by this sparkling bumpers horse, who's going to make it 2 out of 2, and Dunguib bolts in from Puyol second, Dante Hall third, and Fantoche is 4th.
What did we learn? I'm not sure, but Dunguib has done it once again. The handbrake didn't need to come off at any point in the race, did it? He's absolutely dotted up here. Was he the most fluent hurdler you've ever seen? No, he wasn't, but he was safe. He met most of them really nicely, didn't make any major blunders, and he's finished ears pricked. Hardly knows he's had a race. He's routed a better field than last time. He steps up a gear and remains, of course, unbeaten here now over hurdles in 2 starts. And Dunguib, job well done. We'll reflect on that race in a bit more detail in a little while. The runners are going down at Lingfield. We'll join them at the start after this break.
Everyone's got an opinion. What's yours worth?
I'm Gavin from Autoglass. You see this chip? The strong jolt on the road may turn it into a crack. If you call Autoglass as soon as a chip appears, we can come to you and usually repair the windscreen without replacing it. We inject our special resin, and in just 30 minutes, the result is almost invisible, and the windscreen's strong again. And not only that, if you fully comp, it's usually free and won't affect your no-claims bonus. Don't wait until it's too late. Call us now or book online.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.